Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm Mr Fayaz Ahmad from Baramallah. I may deliver a lecture on phase of AC for class 11th students of electronics subject. Dear students, I may tell you what does a phase mean. Phase means a fraction, a part of this sine wave. We are discussing a part of the sine wave or a phase of the sine wave. For example, I may say you we will measure this phase of this sine wave, only this type of this phase of the sine wave, that is known as we will measure. I may tell you again, we may measure again. I may tell you portion of this phase, portion of this sine wave, that's known as the phase of the sine wave, sine wave, alternating current sine wave. It's a complete cycle. It's a complete cycle from here to here. So you can measure this phase, or we can say part of this phase, part of this sine wave in you can measure it in concentrating it into an angle, into a time interval, or etc. So for example, you have to measure this portion. It has got angle which could be measured in radians or an angle simply. Pi by 6 radians is this phase equal to. This phase is equal to pi by 6. Similarly, this phase is equal to pi by 2, and this phase is equal to pi, and this phase is equal to 3 pi by 2, and this is equal to 2 pi. Dear students, I already discussed with you what does this pi by 6, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2 or 2 pi means. These are the different phases in taken considered in radians or in angles, different angles. For example, I am telling you this portion of the phase of AC sine wave, this portion of the phase, it is pi by 6. We are considering total time taken from this initial point to the final point equal to 1 by 50 seconds. 1 by 50 seconds. For example, you are taking this phase of the sine wave at A, that is pi by 6 radian. Pi by 6, when you multiply it by 1 by 50, that will be equal to how much? 600 seconds. 1 by 600 seconds, which I have noted here. 1 by 600 seconds will be, because you have complete time period for the complete cycle of AC sine wave equal to 1 by 50 seconds. So when you consider, you take the phase of this A section of sine wave, the time period will be equal to 1 by 600 seconds, because 1 by 6 is multiplied by 1 by 50, that will be equal to 1 by 600 seconds. Or we can consider it pi by 6 radians. Pi by 6 radians, that is equal to 30 degree. Pi's value is always being equal to 180, and 180 divided by 6, that will be equal to 30 degree. And here, to consider this phase of at B, it is pi by 2, that is equal to 90 degree. That's equal to 90 degree. When you consider and take it into the measure its time period, you have to take 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 50, that will be equal to how many seconds? 200 seconds. That's equal to 200 seconds when we take the phase B into concentration. The time period it takes will be equal to 1 by 200. How it is 1 by 200? It's 1 by 2 multiplied by 150 total time taken for the complete cycle. That will be equal to 101 by 200 seconds. Okay. When you consider it into angle, pi's value is equal to 180 divided by 2, that will be equal to 90 degree. It is 90 making angle here, naturally making 90 degree angle, and it is 30 degree angle being here. This is its half. When it's 90, this half will be 45, and then will be followed by 30 degree angle similarly. And this, what about the phase of this position C? That is given to you pi. Pi's value 180, and this will be 1 by 2 section, half section of the cycle, half section of the cycle. Similarly, you could evaluate this section, and then you could evaluate this section too. Here you have time period 0. Why it is 0? Because cycle is completed at over here. So from here, next cycle will be taken into concentration. That's why the time period ends here, and the value is equal to 2 into 300, 180. That is equal to 360 degree angle. This is the way how we calculate the phase of alternating current or sine wave. That will do for today. Assalamu alaikum.